For a long time, gangs in YBA have meant little to nothing in the actual game, with their only real use being SCR's helping hand ability and the Caesar death bubble. Even most big gangs, which focused on gang wars and community engagement, all eventually fell, whether from being blacklisted for breaking YBA's rules, or just because most of the members moved on to other games. Although this hasn't stopped everyone from making gangs in the modern era, they are much less prevalent and often unknown by the general player base. But due to recent developments in the YBA Discord server, I believe gangs may be making a resurgence with the potential of there being in-game features added in future updates curated towards gangs. Let's talk about it on today's installment of Yazli Yaps. On the 16th, Paragon posted an announcement revealing the new gang recruitment channel in the YBA Discord. In this channel, you can post advertisements for your YBA gang's Discord server under the following rules. Number 1, you must be the owner of the Discord server you're advertising, meaning you can't have your members repost your gang advertisement. Number 2, Discord servers advertised here must only be based around a singular YBA gang's activities and no other purposes. Number 3, gang Discord servers must be named after the actual in-game gang name to be posted here. Number 4, your YBA gang must be properly moderated and led by you. The owners and high-ranking members of the gang are considered responsible for any potential rule-breaking or issues caused by the community. And number 5, do not add any unnecessary spacing or formatting. Paragon then added that misusing the gang's channel will get you permanently muted and possibly get your gang blacklisted. I think this channel being added is a big step in the right direction of properly incorporating gangs into YBA, as it allows rule-following gangs to be found a lot easier than before and may potentially give another purpose to some players who are losing interest in the game. I personally believe this channel is also being added because Paragon is making plans for future gang updates, although this is just pure speculation and maybe just wishful thinking, but it would explain why this channel came out of nowhere. In the past, there has been discussion and theorizing over gang updates, even by Paragon himself. For example, back in 2023, Paragon mentioned gangs quite a few times. When Paragon was asked if he was ever going to figure out a better way to get rid of gangs other than blacklisting, he mentioned reworking the entire gang system, although it's been 2 years since this message and nothing has been done yet. At one point, he also talked about the idea of a King of the Hill type event that activated when a certain number of players in one gang joins a server. The reward for keeping a territory in check would be money and points, which may mean they would add some sort of leaderboard for this King of the Hill event. When suggested that this should be a game mode, Paragon doubled down, saying that there should be gang game modes, but he feels there should also be a reason for main gang wars, such as the King of the Hill event. Even though this was discussed back in 2023 when Paragon wasn't the lead director for YBA, I feel like it would be a good addition to modern YBA and should be rediscussed by the dev team and community. There was also some talk of a gang upgrade system a few minutes after the King of the Hill discussion, which would be similar to Deep Woken's guild bases, which I think is a really good idea, as the money from the King of the Hill game mode could go straight into the gang bank to be used for gang upgrades. Although they didn't talk about what these upgrades would be exactly, we can theorize. One idea I thought of was a gang hideout of sorts. This gang hideout would pretty much be like Deep Woken's guild system, where you would have an item in your inventory that lets you place a door on any clear wall leading into your gang hideout. Obviously, since the YBA map is so small compared to Deep Woken, a base like this might seem unnecessary because you could just warp to important places like Merchant's Keep, but I've come up with a few ideas that might make it more useful. The first is that they could make it so that you respawn inside of your guild base when you die and it's placed down. This would be a great quality of life feature, whether it's to always spawn next to where a gang war is happening, or if you just need to set your spawn somewhere you're grinding, such as a story mode boss or duo over heaven. Another thing they could add is a purchasable arena in the hideout like in Deep Woken. As it stands right now, there's not an easy way to get a fair 1v1 where nobody interrupts in main game other than buying a private server. But if they added gang hideouts, you could fight just about anywhere, and when you die, you'll respawn in the guild base right next to your arena for a rematch. This is also good because it lessens the chance that people will interrupt your 1v1s and prevents your opponent from running. The third idea I had is that they could incorporate daily or even weekly quests into your gang hideout, such as win a ranked SBR match, or win 5 2v2 matches, etc. These quests could earn a small amount of gang points and money for each member who completed their daily quest, and there could be a gang leaderboard of sorts in the hideout which displays the top monthly contributors towards gang points. This would encourage players to play other game modes as well as give a purpose towards helping your gang. In order to encourage players joining a gang, they could also remove the item shop from the menu and add an actual physical item shop that the gang leader could upgrade in the gang hideout. For example, the shop would only start out with arrows and rokas for sale, but could be further upgraded to sell all the current items you see in the item shop, as well as potential upgrades for price reduction. Another way they could encourage players to join gangs would be fixtures of sorts that give bonuses, such as a 25% XP boost or 10% pity boost. that the gang leader could buy and would be maintained as long as the gang made a YBA buck donation or had a certain threshold of points for the month. This would be very good to encourage new players joining gangs, as a 25% XP boost would help a lot. That's pretty much all I thought of for the gang hideouts, but if you have any other ideas, make sure to let me know in the comments below. I literally read every single comment I receive, so I'd love to hear what ideas you guys have for gangs. Anyways, I think in reality, there's no way the next update will add all of this, although I feel it might add something to do with gangs just because the gangs channel came pretty much out of nowhere. We could speculate what's coming in the next updates as much as we want, but there's no real way to know what's coming in the future. I just hope they do something with gangs because they have a lot of potential in my opinion and could make the game a lot more fun. The gang channel being added in the Discord has also encouraged me to make my own YBA gang that I hope grows to be very successful. I also hope YBA's updates help gather more players into the community as summer as well as the SBR anime release are getting closer. Anyways, a bit of a short discussion video today because I just wanted to talk about the new gangs channel, but if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe as it helps out a lot. And check out my Discord server because there are weekly giveaways and I'd love to have more people in my community. Anyways, thanks for watching.